So my next question is empowering communities and partnerships, which is how do you integrate inclusivity practices into your partnerships to ensure the impacted community and stakeholders are prioritized? That is a lot of words. But basically it's just what steps do you take to actively involve the community in decision making, and how do you identify and address barriers that may prevent underrepresented groups from participating?
Good question. Um, we have parent advisory councils that we have throughout the year, so at least one in the fall and one in the spring, where we invite a variety of parents to come in and hear about our programs and provide feedback on it too. And we try to invite not just those parents who we know are typically involved, but other parents to provide a wide array of feedback. And then we help. I think another thing that helps us is our family engagement initiatives, and then other surveys that we send out to families, like about culture and climate of our schools, and um, other feedback that we have to get for federal programs that we have. So during Success Fair, we also are talking to families about some of the funding that schools typically receive, and how we're utilizing those funds and getting feedback. For example, one thing can be um, funding that we have gotten that has helped us to put an SRO on every campus. And so through Success Fair, we're also making a conscious effort to have those conversations with families. Like, how are you feeling about this? Did you know that we have SROs now on every campus, and we're really focusing on creating safe environments for our kids? And we're just having those conversations with families.
Having conversations, that's that's uh because I mean, I can take notes and everything, but ultimately I'm gonna have to pull one specific thing to really showcase that theme. And I think having conversations is probably the cornerstone of what it means to empower communities, right? It's having those conversations. Um, and then on our last one.
Oh, okay.
Um, how does your partnership handle personnel changes in leadership, and what strategies do you use to ensure continuity?
Mhm. So I think, distribute the responsibilities really helps, so that if there's a change in leadership, um, there we have distributed, like, it's not all on one person. So that one person who leaves the district wouldn't know all the things. We share the responsibility, we collaborate and communicate with each other often. We have planning documents that I've described that will help to keep us all on track. If we lose a member of our team, then we can easily train a new member to come in based on what we've done in the past. Keeping records of those things is really important, so that you're not feeling like you have to reinvent the wheel every year whenever we start to plan for this, because it's not something you do every day. So you really do need some guidelines that are written to build on from the previous year. And then that way you're always improving too on what you've done before.
I think that that last part is really important, always improving, because this whole thing is it's not about one person, right? It's about the community and everyone working together. So I really like that. And I think that's it. It just does. Thank you for sharing your insights and experience with me today. I really like this part. Your perspective on partnerships in educational initiatives is incredibly valuable, and it really is. And I've learned a lot. And is there anything else that you'd like to add? Any final thoughts? I'd love to hear them. I really would on just partnerships and educational initiatives that are impactful for the community.
Hmm. I don't know. I think for me personally, I have worked in a few different areas, but I've never seen a community that supports their schools like they do here in Greenbrier. It really is amazing the way that they all just feed into the school and give them support in so many different ways that we haven't even talked about today. But there are so many partnerships that we have with our community members. And it's to the point where they support us so much that we know that if we have a need, we can go to our community and they're going to help us.
Yeah, I haven't lived in Greenbrier long. We moved here in April. But you can tell that the community really supports the school. You drive up and down 65 and there will be cars that have the window chalk that's like go Greenbrier, and even in like the restaurants and stuff they say go Panthers and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, you can
Yes.
really tell that the community is very invested in the school, and I think that's beautiful. So.
So you'll have to be involved in the Christmas stuff this
Oh,
year.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
haven't heard.
I no, I have never experienced a Greenbrier Christmas. Should I be scared?
No, so every year they have a huge parade where community members develop floats, and then each school here has a float of their own, and it's a big competition. There's a theme, and there's one big float winner. So you'll have to go to the parade and see all of that. And then after the parade, we have a literacy night at Matthews Park. And so we'll go and set up booths, and the kids can come over and do literacy based activities out in the park in booths. And they play games and get to see their teachers and volunteers that come to help with that. And then just Matthews Park at Christmas in general is a huge deal. So they usually bring in like the ice skating, the portable ice skating rink thing, and
No way.
there's like a drive-through with the lights, and it's connected to the music on the radio, and there's like all kinds of activities. And
That's awesome. The kids
yeah,
are gonna love that.
people say it's like a little Hallmark Christmas, little country Hallmark. Yeah.
I love it. I'm so excited. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. All right. Well, I think that's everything. I'm finished. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're so welcome. If you
It's
need anything else, let me know.
I will. Thank you. I hope you have a great day and a good week, and we'll talk soon.
Okay,
Okay. Bye.
bye.